Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, folks. How are you doing today? We have the one, the only, and yes, the legendary Anna Kelly with us this morning. How you doing, Anna?
I'm awesome. I keep becoming more and more legendary. How much better can it get, Michael? At least on the channel, right?
Yeah, well, you're a legend in my mind. I don't know if you're a legend in your own mind,
Oh,
but you're one in mine. So I appreciate you.
thanks.
One of the things that I put out today, actually went live at 7 a.m. is I recorded a video on June 1st, which was yesterday, which actually marked 18 months of daily execution and sharing my goals weekly with my audience. And I did that for a couple of reasons. I don't know about you, but goals have always been a part of my life. Sharing my goals, writing them down, but more importantly, tracking execution, being honest with yourself because you don't hit them all the time, and then just getting back after it. So I've actually shared my weekly goals on Sundays for 18 months. And what I just did, and I'll probably bring up the PowerPoint, is I just looked back at what happened on the channel with one rental at a time, because I'm trying to inspire everybody that when I talk about focus and daily execution for a better financial future, for learning your market, I kind of do what I say, right? So like, I really mean this 20 minutes a day kind of thing. So what do you think about goals and daily execution and all that stuff?
It's everything, right?
Yes.
Basically, a vision without goals is just a dream that's never going to come true. And so if you want your dreams to come true, you have to take daily steps every single day that are going to move the needle and get you closer to the fulfillment of what you're imagining and envision that you want in your life and your business. So it's everything. It really is.
Awesome. And again, I think for me, it kind of is like this, right? Goals are important. Everybody talks about them. Most of the time around New Year's, right? Oh, what are your New Year? No, that's not what I'm talking about, but write them down. Then you have to share them, right? You have to share them with people you trust, know, and respect. Like, Anna, here are my goals. And then I have to look at them. Maybe it's monthly, maybe it's weekly. I think the more is better. So weekly is why I do it. And then guess what, folks? You're not going to hit them all the time, right? Goals are meant to be uncomfortable. They're meant to be stretched. But as you look at it weekly, it's amazing what you get done in a week. It's amazing.
It is. And so, it comes down to, like you said, I mean, you have the goal, but it's the execution and the discipline of execution, if you will, making sure that here's what I want. Here's the goals that I have. How do I keep myself accountable to them, right? And continue to execute on them. So that accountability piece that you're talking about is super important, because you put it out there and then people are going to ask you about it, right?
Yeah, I want
but also
them to.
being accountable to yourself. Oh, absolutely. And one of the things that's really helped me with my goals, and I've always been a goal setter and been able to do a lot, but the more you have going on, the harder it is to make progress in every area that you have a goal for, right? Your business, your investing, your relationships, your health, everything that you want to do, is really learning how to every day I look at those goals and have time chunks allocated to performing something that's going to move the needle toward that goal. And every day might look a little bit different. But if you just have a goal and you don't have a system that helps you to execute daily actions to reach those goals, again, you're not going to meet them. So the execution is super important.
Yeah. And one of the things, I totally agree. And again, goals are really meant to be a driver. And you need to take the daily action, because once you stop, what frustrates me is a lot of people try to outthink me, right? I preach focus and daily execution, 20 minutes a day. That's all I ask for is 20 minutes. So I can't tell you how many people go, Michael, I'm not going to give you 20 minutes a day. I'm going to give you 4 hours on Saturday. I'm like, oh, that's not what I want. I don't want 4 hours on Saturday. I want 20 minutes Monday through Monday, or whatever, Monday through Sunday, because it's just different. It's different when you do it daily.
Absolutely. Yeah. And what happens when you do chunks like that? And there are seasons of life where I have chunks because I'm like, I got so much going on. For example, I'm going to be going on a cross-country trip in a week with my family. When I'm traveling, there may be some days that I don't do much in my goals, but I say, okay, on this day, I'm going to spin. But that shouldn't be the regular, right? No. The regular is every single day, I have 30 minutes on my calendar that says daily goal review and action. And it's 3, 3, and 3. It's like, what are the top 3 things I must do today that are urgent, that I can't put off no matter what? And then what time am I going to do those in? And I block off that on my calendar today.
I like that.
And then what are the top 3 goals that I have in my business and life? And for those top three, what are three actions I can take today that'll move the needle toward one or all of those three goals?
Ooh.
I do that every single day. So if I'm looking at my top three goals, or do something healthy for myself, do something to, to benefit my relationships, and, find a new deal for my multifamily business, then I'm going to do something in that 30 minutes to plan a chunk of time where I'm focused on doing something to move the needle. And it's not the same every single day. Every day it looks a little different, but I'm looking at it every day to remind myself, what do I say is important to me today? What are my goals? And what can I do to make sure that I'm actually doing something to move the needle today?
Yeah.
And that's helped me. It served me well.
That's awesome. So one of the things that I brought up, because again, we both are about trying to help and lead other folks. Have we talked about, I think we did. We talked about my positive impact score before, right? Or no?
I don't think we have.
Oh, cool. Well, let me share it with you. Let me talk about what made it up. See, I love this. So I have this thing I created. This is only about 6 months old. But basically, let me move you over here. Basically what this is I tried to figure out, and this is embarrassing. This took like 8 hours of thinking about this. But I was like, of all the things that I do in the one rental at a time umbrella, how can I kind of track the impact that's happening in the world because of this channel, the book, or whatever, right? And then I wanted to, again, I was a sales guy, right? So I have to have a number. So what I've done is I produced, what is this, 6 things, and it all leads up to a student actually doing a deal, right? That's the whole goal. I'm trying to help people have a better financial future. The ultimate goal is somebody buys a rental that's a good or great deal, right? That's the end goal. But this is how it starts. First thing is a YouTube view, right? And again, this is an 18-month summary. But oh, by the way, in 18 months, we had 2.3 million YouTube views.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So then the next step for me is a book sale, right? The One Rental at a Time book, which you've read and shared a lot. Oh, by the way, if somebody buys that, that's a little bit more beneficial than a YouTube view, right? So I give that a score of 10, right? We sold 40, almost 4,200 books in 18 months. Awesome. Then I say, okay, if you read the book and then you take 5 minutes out of your time to go back to Amazon or Audible to write a review, that counts as 100. So I had 511 reviews written in 18 months. Then obviously I have a course, but I have a free course. I have a mentoring course, a cheap course. But again, a free course counts the same as the $600 course. It all counts the same. So if somebody goes to my Teachable account or link below and signs up for the free course, it counts the same. So I had 987 course signups in the last 8 months.
Awesome.
And then we go, okay, if you not only get the course, but you go to the extra step, which you are a member of, the Facebook group, which is just for students, that counts as 10,000. Because again, it's all about getting more and more together. That we had 612 sign up for 6 million score. And then finally, what I'm trying to get at is a student does a deal, it counts for 100,000. So we actually had 164 deals done by students in the last 18 months, which was almost 9 a month.
That's amazing.
So this is my thing. This is likely going to be, I may refine this, but this is what I'm tracking for the next 13 weeks. Every week is this kind of impact.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So this is, again, but it's weekly, it's understanding. And again, what am I doing? Really all I do is the YouTube, right? 5 videos a day. Actually, I think I wrote it down up here. What was it? Oh yeah, right here. Does it change? Yeah. So in 549 days, which is how many days in 18 months, I did 2,745 videos.
Wow.
Right. So that's all awesome. I do. And then it just ripples through the positive impact score. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. Goals are important. You have to track them. They have to be meaningful. I like having a scale because it kind of, basically I'm envisioning being not me, but the other person. What is your relationship with one rental at a time? A YouTube view counts very little. Joining the Facebook group counts more, right? So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And I love that so much because, the reality is, and it may sound cliche, but people don't want to really do business with you until they know that you care. And when you're putting the impact as the most important thing, I want to impact people. I want to change their lives. I want to help them make a meaningful change in their lives, one rental at a time. the money will come. Your business will grow because you're giving first. That's your first priority. And as a result of that, people want to continue to connect with you, right? And be a part of what you're doing and whatever that is. So I think not enough people focus on that impact piece. It's like, let me have this funnel or that funnel, or get these clicks, or get this to buy this course, or to buy, my coaching, or whatever it is. And you market, and you hope to get that thing. But, people can tell if you're real, you're spending at least probably 5 hours a day doing video and doing content to give back to people. And so it is what's going to, make the biggest impact on their lives and on your life, because that you're making a difference, right? But it's also what's going to help grow your business. So that's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. And to your point, I had to put this in the presentation. We went back to the same one. No advertising, no funnel, no paid keywords, no money of any kind, no paid leads, no money for influencers. And then just for fun, no editing, just a phone or Zoom, 6 experts a week, a daily show, Saturday live Q&A, community goals. Again, it's just give. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Greater Purpose Capital and why people need to be following you.
Oh, awesome. So Greater Purpose Capital is really, my heart company. I created it really to be able to invest in projects, mostly multifamily projects, but other types of real estate where we really can go in and make a true impact on the community. And where a lot of syndications, and I play in the multifamily space primarily, really just focus upon, let's go in, buy a rough property, let's fix it up, kick all the tenants out, and then make the community nicer because it's more expensive. That isn't really serving other people, right? It's serving my profits, but what about all those people that live in that community? They're going to get kicked out. So to me, what's important is to be able to make it a win-win. Just like I want a win-win in every transaction I do with a buyer and seller, I want it to be a win for my residents. And so if I can go into those communities, make them nicer, yes, I'm going to increase the rent. Yes, I'm going to increase the value and either sell or refi eventually. But I want to make a real impact on the lives of my residents, giving them hope, teaching them financial literacy, helping them to figure out how they can get out of the apartments and buy their first rental property, house hack, whatever it is, to add that extra income and really change their family tree and their future is so important to me. So Greater Purpose Capital is really about investing in deals where we can make a positive impact on the community while we're making strong returns for ourselves. So it's a win-win-win. And that's what I'm really focused on these days.
Yeah. And what's the website address?
It is greaterpurposecapital.com. Thanks, Michael.
No problem. Go check it out, folks. Anna, thank you very much for your time, and have fun with your son's graduation this week. Woohoo!
Thank you so much. I'm going to be crying boohoo tears, but tears of joy at the same time. Tears of joy.
There you go. Take care. Thanks.